Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is VTech Blueberry Hill. So this is a few months ago we did a bunch of plantings on the front yard. We did some xeriscape, what we call it. We put a bunch of river rock down, put some plastic on top of the ground, put the river rock on top of it, and made kind of an area for plants and stuff. And then where we're standing and the truck is, we're gonna clean that up and put some grass down later. But anyway, we went to Moon Nurseries, spent way too much money, and got some big plants. So the guys are here making the holes for them. It took them a little while. They had to bust out the big equipment and start digging holes deep enough for all the big plants. Basically 2 big myrtles, a vivex, and a big yucca, and a bunch of agaves. And the agaves, a lot of them are spawning little babies all in the pots, so we're going to have a lot more after said and done. But anyway, the guys were working pretty hard, and the second day they came in and did all the planting. So the first day they did all the holes and stuff. So here's the beginning of day 2. So here they are. They arrived fairly early. They're ready to plant everything. You can see the size of the myrtles. I think we got pretty good size. When we picked these out, they had no leaves or anything else, so it was kind of nice to see that they're still growing. But anyway, they're not cheap. Nothing is anymore, I guess. But they prepped all the holes, put some dirt down and stuff, some fertilizer, some mulching, and here Angie and I are making taking out the little spawn babies out of the pots. And we're going to transplant them to temporary pots. Some of these, the yellow, blue, green agaves, I forget what they call. They have a name. One of them, a couple of them actually died, so we went back. That was a couple of weeks later, and they replaced them, no problem. And then we were missing 2 big plants, so we picked those up as well. But anyway, they're planting the myrtles. You see them working there. They did a really nice job. Kind of a fun group to work with. They're all having fun and planting plants. So go figure. While the guys were busy planting and making everything look pretty, Angie and I were over there taking the babies out of the plants. They're pretty aggressive plants. The agaves have nice little thorns and almost like a serrated teeth on the leaves. So we had to wear big ass gloves so we wouldn't get cut up. But anyway, handling them from the bottom up seems to be the ticket as well. So being careful not to get cut up, because they will bite you pretty good. But anyway, we got quite a few babies. We have some pottery around here, so we put the babies in that, and we'll put them in temporarily and see how fast they actually grow. I don't believe they're very fast growing, but nevertheless, we probably have 20-30 babies, so that's great. So we bought one, and out of that, there's maybe 5 or 6 out of each pot. So anyway, good for us. More to plant. Anyway, the guys they spent quite a few hours doing this, smoothing everything out. They did the big ones first, and then they started working on the little ones. And the little ones right in front of where whiskey is, those took a little longer. They had to go down through the rock. You'll see in a second they're going to be using an electric jackhammer, and they're going to be popping holes all over the place, trying to get those little guys in there. And that took them a lot of time. So right there, we see the guys smoothing everything out and putting the yucca in there. Angie comes back the next few days and fills it in with river rock. I had to go back. I think I got 2 loads. I think 5 yards total up here, and then we did another on the left side of the house. I'll show you that later. Another 2 yards of river rock, and we're good to go, just to keep it consistent. But hopefully we don't have to water this too much once it sets in, because they're supposed to be kind of like desert plants and stuff. I'm not going to be standing there with a hose after they're settled in. Plus, myrtles do pretty good. Now and then, depending, if you're weeks without water, might be an issue. But they're pretty hardy. The yucca definitely is, and the agaves should be as well. So we'll see how that rolls. I'm a little bit worried about some of the agaves in freezing weather, but we'll see how that goes too. Oh, anyway, here you see the guys using the electric jackhammer. It took them a while because depending on where you go, you couldn't see if there's rock there or not. You can go 6 inches and no problem, or you can go 1 inch and you got rock. So there's a layer though that you can break through, and then you get to kind of a soily mix, and that's pretty easy to dig through. So right there, that hole the guy just made, that was a no-brainer. It's a hit and miss on whatever they were doing. No way of telling if there's rock where they're going to go, because it's covered up with plastic and river rock. So anyway, we appreciated their help. They did good. They spent several hours doing this stuff, so we definitely appreciate that. Definitely cool having a crew, because this would have taken me forever to do it by myself. I have kind of a jackhammer chisel hammer thing, not like that hydraulic jackhammer, but it's multi-purpose, so it does a lot of things. But theirs is pretty big, and then they have a big flat spade blade that seems to do a pretty good job on some of the rock and get stuff out of there. But you know, more hands the merrier. They got it done several hours, and that would have taken me, I mean, several days, probably of many hours of work. So good for us. Yeah, they're almost done. So they got a couple of things to clean up. There's Whiskey running around like a dork. So anyway, they were having fun with the dog too. So I guess they have to deal with dogs all the time when they're on other people's properties. But anyway, we appreciated their help. It took, you know, a few hours for them to do everything. And here I am. I'm gonna do a little walkabout 3 months later on what it looks like today, actually. So here's a quick walkabout of the front yard. You can see a little bit of greenery over there. We put some grass seed out. But anyway, right in front of me, you see these two agaves. They're blue agaves. They got pummeled by a gigantic hailstorm we had 3 weeks ago. Actually, everything got pummeled. Dents all over the house, etc. My race trailer's all dorked up. But the plants took a really significant hit. Hail went through them. And the wounds, once they were open, the grasshoppers kind of started eating them up. Here you see blue agaves right in front of the camera. And the hail kind of went over the roof from the north, so it flew over the roof towards the right side and missed all these ones, but it pummeled everything else past it. The myrtle took a lot of bruising on these trunks, but it's bouncing back really good. The agaves right there took the biggest hit. There's a few other plants. I didn't show you really the oak trees, but you can see them in the background. They're kind of like skeleton looking things. They almost look really dry, but they got crushed. Here's the left side of the house. We've got about 2 yards of river rock here, plastic down, etc. Move some plants over, and we'll do some century plants right there. I'm going to point that area, maybe a couple, 3 century plants will be good. And where you see dirt, we have some grass seed out, so hopefully that'll take. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. We'll talk at you later. Ciao.